everyone, I'm Nondore Zuma. I create content on faith, financial literacy, personal development, as well as education. Welcome to my YouTube channel. To my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing, and also to fam, thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in, and please stay with us throughout the show because today we have a very interesting topic we're going to be talking about with our wonderful guest, Thembeka. So uzositshela ukuthi who is she? Asichazele yena ngokwakhe. I don't want to get into it. So sizokhuluma nge-public speaking ukuthi why is it important for one to hold this skill? Yabo say public speaking yini yona leyo yabo, in why are we talking about it, you know? And she's a public speaker and she does that for a living. So ngizocela nje ukuthi ulalele, ungavali le video, ulalele throughout because it's going to help you. Hi, Thembeka.
Hello, darling.
I'm very good.
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Today. So tell me, who is Thembeka? What do you do? Your family.
Sure. So, my name is Thembeka Magwaza. Gigi. So I'm a businesswoman, and so I've got a creative communications agency named called Itina Creatives.
Yes.
Because Itina, who else?
Yeah.
Want to be the best creative communications agency in Durban, in Africa, in the world.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm very, very proud of that. And I'm also a public speaking coach.
Yes.
Right. I coach people on how to be confident public speakers because at the end of the day, we need to be able to develop our skill of public speaking because we're always selling, right?
Yes.
Whether we have a product or a service that we're selling, whether you're selling yourself, whether you're selling your smile, your personality, your brand, and etc., we're always selling. Yes, we even sell to our families. We don't even know this because why? Let's say we have an idea that we want to bring forward. So even at home, we're always selling, right?
Yes.
If you want your kids to do something, you need to convince them. You know, you need to bring a compelling story. Your family, your husband, your wife, your etc. Every time you want to bring something across to Abantu, you need to be able to sell that idea, right? So we don't really know how much we sell on a daily basis. And obviously, if you are an entrepreneur or a business person, if you want to get ahead even in your professional life, right? You need to be able to be bold in the workplace and come up and be a good speaker. So it's very, very important to skill as public speaking. But I am a mom, right?
Yeah.
I'm a beautiful baby girl.
Yes.
I live at the end of the world, and I'm at oh my Lord, it's so far. But anyway, everyone asks far from what, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's relative.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all about me.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Okay, so taking from what you have just said, public speaking, it's an essential communication. Because as you said, when you have to develop your communication skills, because when you open your mouth, that's when people know who you are. Just the way you open your mouth, you know. So what are your aspirations like?
Sure. So I'm gonna talk about my public speaking, but I also want to go into Itina Creatives, right?
Yes.
Because Itina Creatives, I think that's so interesting, and it really marries very well, with the public speaking coaching, and I think that was just the ordination of God.
I think it gave birth to
us. You know what I mean?
It gave birth to us.
It really did, because creative communications is about, communicating, right?
Yes.
But we're looking at digital marketing, we're looking at eventing, we're looking at public relations, we're looking at basically creative ways that we can make your business or your brand communicate, right? Maybe you want to go into a new client segment. Maybe you want to have a specific a process or a specific campaign. Like a specific campaign that you want to do, or you have a specific outcome that you want to see in your business, but you don't really know how to do it or how to get there or how people are going to interact with it, right? And so that's what we essentially do at Itina Creatives, right? And so now the public speaking, right, which is another obviously form and element of communication, and it's really, really so vital. sorry, as you said, to have that skill. And so my aspirations for people, so first of all, I've got an aspiration with businesses and brands and even public organizations and essential creatives. But my aspirations with the public speaking, I was actually thinking about that question the other day, you know, and I'm like, I need people to be better communicators because better opportunities, da 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 da. But it actually dawned to me that that's actually not the objective, you know. And I found that my true passion and calling is around justice, equity, and equality, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
I always shudder at the face of injustice, right? If I see injustice, I want to attend it,
yes,
fast and quick, you know. But there's a large population of our country and our society that isn't confident to do that, you know. Then therefore people
because they can't express themselves. Yes.
People live in injustice. People live in inequality. You know, people live in inequity, and obviously we live in a society as well that doesn't really promote that. Our government doesn't really promote that. You know,
our culture
doesn't. You know, definitely, our culture doesn't promote that. And so I want to now empower the individual, right? That because there's so much justice, inequality, and inequity, you know, in our society, let me empower people to be able to speak up for themselves, to be able to, you know, take charge of those opportunities that come up. Because sometimes we lose opportunities, you know, exactly, because you don't just put up your hand and stand up and say, I'll do it. You know, I'll be the one to go out and, you know, and do it. And so that really is my aspiration, to see justice, equality, and equity being practiced in our society.
I love that. I love that. And someone may ask, and it's okay, wow, this is very nice. I want to become that person. I want to become, how do I do it?
Sure.
How do I become a good public speaker?
Yes.
How do I enhance my skills?
Right? Yeah. No, I love that question because the answer is actually quite simple, but obviously the development of the answer is difficult, right?
Yeah.
Because at the basis, it's just confidence, right? Once you have confidence, then you are able to, you know, enhance yourself in very many areas, including speaking as well.
You don't mind embarrassing yourself at some point. Because that's what I mean.
Exactly. We were in the worship team, and remember our choir leaders, you'd say, even if you've lost your tune, remember confident.
Exactly.
You know, until you find your tune again, and then you know. So confidence is key, you know, because you're the only one that knows that you are off tune or off key, right? And people don't know. And so when you, oh no, I'm off key, you see, then you make a big scene. Even if you lose your tune.
People will just compliment you on that.
Right.
I like what you did to the song. No, that was off tune.
But even though you say your confidence to say yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's the point.
Yeah.
But confidence really is where it all lies, right?
Yeah.
And there are many things that happen that sap our confidence, right? Whether it's stuff that happened in our childhood, whether it's culture, as you rightfully said, you know, whether it's I don't know, maybe at school there was a teacher that, you know, didn't quite support you, that told you you're going to be nothing, or whatever the case may be, right? And also sometimes not even sometimes, oftentimes we compare ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? We compare ourselves. Yes, exactly. Maybe you're in the workplace and you have a certain colleague.
We don't give ourselves.
You know what I mean? Why don't you deserve the promotion? Why don't you deserve to actually sit in the corner office? You do, right? And we need to just be confident in order to do that. So the first element of developing your public speaking skill is confidence. I'm saying it's simple, but getting getting to that point is quite difficult, right? So you need to be able to just develop your confidence, and then all the other stuff that we do is more skills based, right? But there's internally. So I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here, but I want to actually speak about the course that we have, right? So our course is called the Inside Outside On method into public speaking, right? So basically what that means is we work internally on internal things inside, right? Then we work on outside, right? Because also your outside appearance, right? And not even just your posture and etc., all of that, your body language, how you use your hands, how you use your eyes, how you use your voice, and etc. It's all very important. But even the way that you just appear. In fact, one of the lessons that we learn is just how to stand.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm very surprised.
And you'll be very surprised how people just don't know how to stand. People want to fidget, or they want to carry something, or they want to lean against something, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to just stand with your hands on your side. And just stand in front of people. right?
Come to think of it, like I think I'm struggling. I'm
Yeah.
not studying.
You need my classes.
I need your classes.
Definitely need my classes, right? Because those are now the what am I going to call it? So the hard skills, right? So the soft skills are the internal things, right? The internal stuff, the inside stuff.
Are they really soft?
No, it's soft because because I think because standing and talking, that's the doing, right?
Yeah, that's
but the
the
soft
doing,
stuff
yeah.
is the emotional stuff.
Yeah.
It's the psychological stuff, the stuff that you can't see
Yeah.
and touch and feel. So that's why it's the soft skills, right?
Yeah.
That you have to, but that are so important that really affect the external stuff,
Yeah.
right? The hard stuff now. Now it's the standing, it's the opening your mouth, it's the writing your script or whatever the case may be, right? So one of the hard skills that we learn here is just standing. Right? You stand, and so there's a lot of all of those, but what I really want to emphasize, if a person is watching right now, right, having not attended my class and etc., I would encourage them to go back and find the thing that makes you think you're lacking confidence, right?
And be honest with yourself.
And be honest with yourself,
don't lie with yourself,
right?
to be able to
actually find that thing, because at the end of the day, you can speak. In front of people, you don't shy. You started at the back. No, you don't, because the thing is, there is something in your life. Yes, some people do have a character like that, but that skill can be developed, and you need to go back and be like, is it really my character? Or is it
or you were affected because of your childhood?
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Things that happened to
you know what I mean?
Or what you tell yourself.
Yes. So I think that would be the first thing, if I do remember your question correctly.
Yeah.
That's part of the first thing I would say in the development of yourself being a confident public speaker.
Being confident. I like that. You have to be confident in order to be able to speak in front of people, or to do whatever it is. Even at home, you find that families are they having problems because so
you never know what he's thinking.
And you never know what he's thinking. No matter who's staring like so we are talking, so public speaking is very important. It's public.
Just speaking as a whole.
It's a skill.
It's a skill.
It's very important for everyone of us to hold. So as we are approaching, we are already in the 4IR. So the way of communicating is changing. It has changed completely. For you to hold, you can hold meetings with people overseas. You don't have to go there. The things. But now there is the thing of holding meetings online and all. Why do you think it is very important for one to hold the skill of public speaking?
Definitely, and so these two things marry so beautifully together, right? Because if we're going to look at just communications as a whole, right, there are many ways, as you said. Some people are good at writing, some people are good at drawing, some people are good at all sorts of other ways that people can communicate. If you look at people like artists, right, they communicate through their art, right? Musicians communicate through their songs, and etc. But the way now that we're able to formulate this global village, right, is through digital, right? Digital and the fourth IR and the fourth industrial revolution. It's actually interesting because the first revolution apparently was steam, right? So when the steam trains and all that were developed, and then I think the third revolution came about after the Second World War, right? When women had now to go into the workplace and etc. So that was also an industrial revolution. And now the fourth industrial revolution is the one of robotics. Robotics and digital and etc. So one thing I would say with regards to that, and I'm wearing my Itina Creators hat now, right?
I see.
Because these hats are interchangeable. It's nice.
Yeah.
These hats are interchangeable. So wearing my Itina Creators hat is that I cannot stress enough the importance of building your brand online, right? Regardless of who you are, right? Of building your brand online, because it goes back to what we were saying, that now the global customer or the global person can become your neighbor.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So even if you don't necessarily have a product or a service that you're selling, but remember I said in the beginning, we're always selling something, right? Sometimes what we're selling is just our personality. So it's very important to build a digital brand presence. Because let's say let's say you're just a person who studied social work, right? And then you have a digital brand presence. Just because your career doesn't seem like it's one for the digital platforms, but what if in China they want a social worker? Right?
Yeah.
Some, or whatever, in Nepal, in the Netherlands, wherever. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Someone is scrolling through their thing, they see you and you talk about social work. Do you know what I mean? And they're like, I like the way that this person talks. I like what they say. Then now you have an opportunity overseas. Do you know what I mean? So it has really opened us up to greater opportunities, and we really need to look at the pros of it. I know the cons are there because, for example, the banking industry has now completely gone online. You know what I mean? Or digitized rather. You know, and so people are like, oh, people are losing their jobs. And then also, you know, people like packers or tellers and etc. And it's like, oh, people are losing their jobs. But I'm like, actually, this now gives us an opportunity to actually do human stuff, to be creative, to be innovative, to think of new things and think of new ways, put them online.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then you put them online, you build your own brand. You know, the boom of TikTok, right? Thank you, COVID. In a weird way. Thank you, COVID, right? How TikTok boomed out, people are now creators. People are, that the word influencer, it's a word that it didn't exist 10 years ago.
Yeah,
you know? And now it's a proper word, firstly, and also it's a proper, it's an industry, right? It's a profession.
It's a profession.
People are making massive amounts of money.
A lot of money.
Massive amounts of money from being influencers, right? And that's because of the advent of digital, right?
Yes.
So the first thing that I would encourage a person to do before you get overwhelmed, right? There are many apps out there, there's many platforms and all of these things, but find a thing. So going back to the way that you communicate, if you can write, there are platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, you know, where it's predominantly the written medium, right? If you are a musician, right? Record some songs, put them on YouTube, put them on Spotify. There are so many digital platforms right now, particularly for music streaming, right? A lot of them are actually free, or a lot of them are very, very inexpensive, right? So that's a person who writes, a person who does music. If you're good at taking pictures, if you don't mind being in front of the camera, then use a medium like your Instagram, right? Use a medium. Tell your story there. Tell your story through imagery. If you're a person who likes videos, right? Exactly. Look at all the video sharing platforms. There are TikToks, as I just spoke about, your YouTube, your Vimeo, and etc. So build your digital presence. It's really going to allow you to be a participant in this fourth IR, right? Because you don't we don't want to be observers, right? And be like, hey, indoors are there, no, or indoors are no. Exactly. This is exactly that's what you're doing. You are building your brand footprint, right? Your online footprint, your online brand footprint, and now anybody in the world can be like, I saw a young lady wearing an amazing green shirt. You know.
So this is going to help you be relevant, you know, to stay relevant.
Definitely.
And find opportunities, as I've said, because you've missed opportunities a lot as people just because you think it's not for me, it's for someone else. Oh, I can't do that, you know. I indoors all
for yes. Even WhatsApp, you know,
exactly.
Utilize your statuses. If that's whatever you, oh my God, the Bible says, mighty Jesus, whatever your hand finds to do it and do it with all diligence. You know, at this juncture, I want to tell you that if you're not online, it's fine. Find the media.
Exactly.
Find wherever your head. If it's WhatsApp, then go there.
Whatever your
head. Because the thing is, even we're looking at the high unemployment rate in our country, right? And all of those young people, they're so creative. They are so brilliant. They're so amazing. They've got these wonderful degrees, but that sometimes don't really work for them, right? So I would say build your digital presence, right? Start posting, build a digital presence. You will never know where that thing will take you. Look at someone like Alfie, right?
Yeah.
Alfie was just posting his funny stuff on TikTok, and etc. In fact, we were talking about with someone the other day that which is a bit of a challenge, but I think even these people need to come up into the digital platforms, because we were talking about professional services, for example.
Yeah.
I was talking to a lady who's a nutritionist actually, and she says she's a qualified nutritionist. But then you get Unondo who makes a couple of shakes and then puts them onto Instagram, and then she becomes the voice of nutrition. You know, and it's like she didn't even study for nutrition. And now people go onto TikTok and then they're following Nondo and they're making all her shakes.
And Nondo's making a lot of money.
And Nondo does not have a nutritional, background. But a nutritionist is sitting in her office waiting for clients to come inside. Put a camera in front of your face and build your digital presence, because the thing is, we need professionals that are going to make the information easy accessible. If you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're an audiologist or a cardiologist or etc., put yourself online so that we can get credible information, right? Because chances are we're not going to come to you, right? Especially as black people, you will sit with the pain forever. It's been 7 weeks, but you don't go to a doctor. Do you know what I mean? And so if you do that, so if doctors now also build the digital presence, then we're going to have free and accessible information. That actually don't have the skill or the background or the education, and etc. So anyway, that's my chat. I can't.
Okay, now that's moving to another hat now. This is your third one, right?
Okay.
Businesswoman. Now, where do you see this business go? I mean, in the next few years.
Sure.
How do you see yourself grow into this?
Yes.
Well,
okay, yes. So the objective is big, but it's also scalable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
I understand what's meaning.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, obviously with all of these things that I'm doing, I want to build them into one conglomerate, right? So that it's basically a full service in-house one-stop shop. That when you come to us, right, you come and you get every single solution. I love the program. It's called the Fixer. Right? I've never really seen many episodes of it. I don't think I've actually even seen it. But I just love that title, The Fixer, right? So my aspiration, my ultimate goal is that Thembeka just becomes a fixer.
The fixer.
Right? If you have any human development goal, right? Whether you have a development goal for your business, whether you have a development goal for yourself, whether you have a development goal for your community. Right? I just want to be the fixer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I want to also build a community around myself, right? Of like-minded people. See what my fixer is on. Because so that we'll be able to infiltrate into society, right? Because the thing is, I always say, if you see a problem, number one, you're the one that needs to solve it, right? And then number two, you're the one that needs to develop the solution so that it's bigger than yourself. Right? So the ultimate goal of the solution is that I just become a fixer, right? That, it's almost like the old the belief of Isondo. If anyone sees a church building, they must just see hope.
Yeah.
They must just think, I'm gonna find food there, I'm gonna find shelter,
so you are
comfort.
You are hoping in your own way. Wow. In your own way.
In your own way, exactly. You know what I mean? I just want to be the fixer, right? Because the thing, again, going back to justice, equality, and equity, that in wherever my hand, mighty God, can touch, in order to do that, I want to do that. I want to do that for businesses, for brands, for individuals, for communities, for societies, and hopefully for the whole world.
Oh my God, this is
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited. We can go on and on.
Such a nice conversation.
I just want to hear so much more from you. But I wish you all the best, and I think, not that I think, I know that you're going to mount where your head is. Even more, even more.
Yeah.
So, or if someone wants to take your classes,
what they do. Okay, a person can go to my website, www.tmpublicspeaking.co.za. So we have currently 3 solutions, right? So number 1 is our one-on-one consultations.
Yes.
So let's say you do have something pressing, maybe you have a book launch, because I work with a lot of authors, right? Right before they launches, I do my one-on-one 1-hour consultations. Or if you have an interview, I do. If you have an interview, if you have an audition, or whatever, if a presentation, so you can come for my 1 hour.
So you're like a mirror. So if I have an interview, for example, I can book a class with you, then I can prepare myself with you.
Definitely.
Amazing.
So that you can ace that interview, right? Get that promotion, and etc. So there's that, right? Then I've got the master classes, right? Which we do both virtual and in person. So also they're going to be on my social media platforms as well as on the website. And the exciting thing is we've got a Joburg one coming up and a Cape Town one coming up, and I think a Bloemfontein one coming up as well. So if you're in those areas, do come to the masterclass, attend. It'll be worth your while. Those are 3-hour in-person masterclasses, right? Then I also do virtual masterclasses every month, right? So there's also that. Then also I've got the course, right? So this is a comprehensive 7-week public speaking course, right? That you can go from a person who doesn't even want to go outside to a person who's speaking in front of auditoriums, right?
Introvert to extrovert.
From introvert to extrovert. Listen, we're going to take you through the long journey, right? So it's a 7-week course, and it's beautiful because you also get a community of people, right? That you are going along this journey with. You get one-on-one consultations with myself and other experts in the field, so that's quite exciting. And the thing is, you can go at your own pace because we only meet once a week. Right? And after that time, you get the access to the whole course content, so you can go at your own pace, right? So that when we do our in-person sessions, you can tell us exactly where you're stuck, what you're thinking, blah blah blah, and etc. So and you get access to the content for the rest of your life. You know? So you've got it there forever and ever, right? If you come and join the course, which is also like another wonderful benefit. I do also have an ebook. Right, that's also available. Yes, if you do go onto my socials and onto my website, you can.
By the way, we are going to share all the details on our comment section.
So that's how you can access everything, and also you can go to www.itinacreatives.co.za if you want any business solution.
Thembeka, the fixer. The fixer. Any last words that you want to say?
Sure.
Yes,
it's firstly, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to this amazing platform. I hope it grows in leaps and bounds.
Thank
right?
you so much. Thank you.
I hope it surpasses you. You know, I hope it grows bigger than you. Actually.
Thank you so much.
Of course, and we really need lots of platforms like this, you know, because at the end of the day, conversation is where it's at, right? Conversation is where we learn and we develop and we get to know things and etc. So
we empower each
other, right? No, definitely. So last word is that we are all able, right? Whatever it is that we want to do, right? We're all able. We do have obviously imposter syndromes.
Sit down.
And I want to say once again, that is a lie. You know when the Bible says the devil comes not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy, right? And it's in big things out there, car crashes or whatever, but it's also just internally. You know, to kill your dreams, to destroy your dreams, and to steal, to kill, to destroy, you know, your dreams, your aspirations, your desires, your joy, your peace.
He comes for everything.
And he leaves no crumbs, he eats.
Exactly.
He eats and leaves no crumbs. Exactly. But I really want to encourage everybody that you really can, right? And take one step towards your dream, whatever it is, right? And what I also find very helpful is writing stuff down. Write stuff down, write your dreams and goals down, because now they're there. Now they're looking at you. Now
what are you doing?
They're not some abstract things in your mind, you know what I mean? Now you've written them down. And that's why again why the Bible says write a vision down and put it so that everyone can see, right? Maybe again, let's not everyone see, you need to see it, you know, for yourself. See your vision, write it down. And start there. Start there by writing whatever you want to do or see or whatever, develop yourself in down, and then know that it is possible.
Thank you so much for a great conversation. Thank you so much once again, and all the best to your journey.
Thank you so much.
Guys, thank you so much for staying with us till this far. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and check out the information, the contact details, everything from our comment section, and keep the conversation going. Thank you.